Hi, welcome back to Yoga TX. My name is Nicole. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we have a really nice full body flow. You can do this flow pretty much any time of the day. We will move, we will stretch, we will breathe, release any tension out of our bodies, and most importantly, let's have some fun flowing. When you're ready, join me on your mat in an easy cross-leg position. Come to the center of your mat and just take a moment to get settled in your easy cross-leg position. Wiggle around a little bit. Root the sits bones into the floor. Bring your hands onto the knees, palms facing down. Drop the elbows gently down towards your thighs. Move your heart and your skull over your pelvis so you create a nice long line with your spine. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. With your inhale, expand the crown of your head towards the sky. And with your exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Take a few more cycles of breath in and out through the nose. Check in with your body. And just notice how your body feels today. Notice if you're holding any tension in any areas. Feel free to set your intention for your practice. Just think about what brought you to your mat today. Take a deep inhale through the nose and a washing breath out through your mouth. Seal your lips and keep inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Gently open up your eyes. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. Expand the fingers all the way towards the sky. And with your exhale, bend into your left elbow. Bring your right hand onto your left elbow and start to pull your left elbow over to the right, lengthening your left triceps. Keep a nice long spine. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, extend the arms out long. Switch sides with your exhale. Bend into your right elbow. Bring your left hand onto your right elbow and start to pull the right elbow over to the left. 2 more cycles of breath. With your next inhale, expand both arms up towards the sky. Find length through the sides of your body. And with your exhale, drop the arms down. Bring your left hand onto your right knee. Right hand comes behind your back. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. And with your exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. Come into a twist. Twist from the belly button upward. With your inhale, find length in your spine. And with your exhale, see if you can twist a little bit more to the right. 1 more cycle of breath. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. With your exhale, switch sides. Bring your right hand to the left knee, left hand behind your back. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. With your exhale, gaze over your left shoulder and find your twist. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, find a little bit more depth in your twist. Twisting from the belly button upwards. Last cycle of breath. With your inhale, sweep the arms up. And with your exhale, bring the palms together and down to your heart. Come up to a tabletop position. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Bring your knees about hip width apart and your hips are stacked on top of your knees. With your next inhale, drop the belly, open up the chest, lift up the gaze. With your exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the spine, chin to chest. One more round. Inhale, drop the belly, open up the chest, lift up your gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Push the floor away with your hands. Release, come to neutral tabletop position. Open up your knees, bring the big toes together. Sit back onto your heels and lower the torso down towards the floor in between your knees. Wide-legged child's pose. Your hands are reaching forward towards the top of the mat, and your wrists and your hands are in alignment with your shoulders. Try to connect the forehead to the floor. With your inhale, breathe into the back of your body, and with your exhale, release the torso closer to the floor. We take 3 more cycles of breath. Feel free to bring some movement into your hips by moving your hips right to left. Or remain still. Whatever feels best to you today. Last cycle of breath. With your next inhale, rise up onto your fingertips, your spider hands, and with your exhale, release the chest towards the floor. Extended stretch for your shoulders. If you have tight shoulders like me, that should feel really nice. With each exhale, finding a little bit more depth. Release, bring the hands back down to the floor. Lift up your gaze, start to rise up with the torso. Bring your hands closer to the torso, claw your paws, tuck the toes, push through the arms, lengthen the legs, move your hips up into downward facing dog. Give it a few steps in your down dog, walk out your dog. Feel free to bring some movement into your hips if this feels good to you. Just bend into your knees. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Gently bend the knees, tailbone points up towards the sky. Push through the hands. Feel that lengthening in your spine. Shake your head, say yes, no. To release any tension you might be holding in your neck. Be strong in your arms. Make sure you don't have any weight on your wrists. With your next inhale, rise up onto your tiptoes, and with your exhale, release the heels and the sternum closer to the floor. 2 more rounds. Inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, release heels and sternum towards the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. With your exhale, bend into the knees, gaze forward, and start walking towards the top of the mat. Come to a standing forward fold. Keep your feet hip width apart. All 4 corners of your feet are grounded into the floor. Keep a gentle bend in your knees if that's more accessible for you. Grab opposite elbows.
And relax, release the torso down. Start rocking right to left. Try your best to hinge from the hips. And just go with gravity. Nice lengthening for your hamstrings. Release the arms down to the floor, bend into the knees, press the feet into the floor, rise up with the torso, each vertebra at a time, into a standing position. Bring the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Take 2 cycles of breath. Check in with your alignment. Root your feet, all 4 corners of your feet into the floor. Gently bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, draw the lower belly towards the spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up, high mountain pose. And with your exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Nice long spine, flat back. Exhale, release into standing forward fold. Plant your hands, step the left foot back, lower the left knee down to the floor. Press your feet into the floor, root to rise. With the torso, arms over your head, low lunge on your right. Find length through the sides of your body and open your chest. With each exhale, try and sink your hips a little bit lower towards the floor. 2 more cycles of breath. Make sure that your right knee is stacked on top of your right ankle. Take 1 more inhale, find length through the sides of your body. With your exhale, release the hands down, frame your right foot. Lift up the left knee and step the left foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down to the floor. Press the feet into the floor, root to rise with your torso, arms over your head. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Find length through the sides of your body. And open your chest. 3 cycles of breath in our low lunge. With each exhale, releasing these hips closer to the floor. One more inhale, find length through the sides of your body, open the chest. With your exhale, release the hands down, frame your left foot. Lift up the right knee, step the right foot forward into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, sweep the arms up over your head, high mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. We keep moving. With your next inhale, bend into the knees, sweep the arms over the floor and up over your head into chair pose. Hug your knees towards the midline. Activate your thighs. Elevate your chest. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. With your exhale, release into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. This time, step both feet back. Come into high plank pose. Tuck the tailbone. Draw the lower belly towards the spine. Push the floor away with your hands. Try to create as much space as possible between the floor and your body. 1 more cycle of breath. You got this. With your next exhale, lower the knees and the chest down to the floor. Untuck the toes. Bring the forehead down to the floor. Move your hands off your mat to the outside of the mat. Fingertips press into the floor about shoulder height. And the elbows point up towards the sky. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. With your next inhale, push the floor away, rise up with the torso, come into wide cobra. Press the pubic bone into the floor to protect your lower back. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release the forehead down. One more time. Inhale, push the floor away, rise up into wide cobra. And with your exhale, release the forehead down to the floor. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows towards the torso. Push the floor away, come up into tabletop. Sit back into child's pose. Claw your paws, tag the toes. Push to the hands, lengthen the legs. Move your hips up, downward facing dog. Give it a couple of steps in your down dog. Feel free to bring some movement into your hips. Find stillness in your down dog. Hug the elbows towards the midline. Gently bend the knees. Tailbone points up towards the sky. With your next inhale, lift up your right leg. Three-legged dog. Keep your hips squared. Keep your shoulders squared. With your exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Press your feet into the floor. Lift the back of your left thigh. With your next inhale, lengthen through the torso. And with your exhale, start to lengthen your right leg and release the torso down towards your right leg. Pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into the right knee, come back into your high lunge. With your exhale, lengthen your right leg, release the torso towards your right leg. One more round. Inhale, bend into your right knee, high lunge. Exhale, lengthen your right leg and release the torso towards your right leg. We stay here. Pyramid pose variation for 3 cycles of breath. Try your best to square your hips. With each exhale, see if you can find a little bit more depth and release your torso closer to your right leg. Last cycle of breath. With your next inhale, bend into your right knee. Come back to your high lunge. Activate the back of your left thigh. Press the feet into the floor. When you're ready, root to rise with the torso, high crescent lunge. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Draw the lower belly towards the spine. Find length through the sides of your body. Open your chest. Take one more cycle of breath. Get ready to step forward. Transition the body weight into your right leg. Inhale the left knee into your chest and hug the left knee towards your torso. Start circling your left ankle to the right and to the left. Flex your left foot. Bring your hands onto your hips. And place your left ankle on top of your right knee. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. And with your exhale, bring the palms together, bend into the elbows and bend into your right knee. Sink down with your hips into figure 4 chair pose. Find your focus point. Sink as low with your hips as you can. Feel that nice stretch in your left glute muscle. 2 more cycles of breath. Be strong in your right leg. With your next inhale, rise up. Arms over your head. Lift the left knee up. Bring your hands onto your hips. Flex your left foot. Start to step the left foot towards the back of the mat. Sweep the arms up over your head, high crescent lunge. On your right, one more time. Elevate your chest. With your next exhale, release the hands down, frame your right foot. Step the right leg back and release into downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath before we take it to the other side.
With your next inhale, lift up your left leg, three-legged dog. Keep your hips squared, keep the shoulders squared. With your next exhale, step the left foot forward in between your hands. High lunge on your left. Activate, lift the back of your right thigh. Take an inhale, find length in your torso, expand the crown towards the top of the mat. With your exhale, start to lengthen your left leg and release the torso towards your left leg. Inhale, bend into your left knee, high lunge. Exhale, release the torso towards the left leg. Find your pyramid pose. One more time. Inhale, high lunge on your left. Exhale, lengthen your left leg and release the torso down to your left leg. 3 cycles of breath in your pyramid pose. Bring your awareness to your hips. Square your hips. With each exhale, finding a little bit more depth. Releasing that torso closer to your left leg. With your next inhale, bend into your left knee. Press the feet into the floor. Root to rise when you're ready. Sweep the arms up over your head. Low lunge on your left. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Draw the lower belly towards the spine. Find length through the sides of your body. One more cycle of breath. Get ready to transition the body weight forward into your left foot. Take a step forward. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Hack your right knee into the chest. Start circles to the right and the left with your right ankle. Bring your hands onto your hips, flex your right foot, bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, and with your exhale, start to bend into your left knee. Figure 4, chair pose on the left. Find your focus point. Open your chest. Be strong in your left leg. Sink low, maybe a little bit lower. 2 more cycles of breath. Let's do this together. Ooh la la, I'm shaking. With your next inhale, rise up with the torso. Bring your hands onto your hips. Gently bend the left knee. Step the right foot back. Sweep the arms up. High lunge on your left. Well done. With your next exhale, release the hands down, frame your left foot. Step the left leg back, downward facing dog. Release the heels and the sternum towards the mat. 2 cycles of breath in downward facing dog. Feel into your down dog. Bring a bit of awareness in your down dog. See how different your down dog feels this time around. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes. With your exhale, lower the knees down to the floor. Untuck the toes, tabletop position. Sweep the legs over to the right, sit back, scoop forward. Back to the center of the mat. Plant the feet, the soles of your feet onto the floor. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders so that your fingers point towards the top of the mat. With your next inhale, push the floor away with your hands and your feet. Lift up your hips. If you can, bring your head back. I'm going to leave my head up. It's easier for me to talk. Reverse tabletop pose. Push the floor away with your hands and your feet. Activate your thighs. Activate your glutes. And lift these hips up towards the sky. 2 more cycles of breath. Be strong in your arms, your legs, pretty much everywhere. Last cycle of breath.
With your exhale, lower the hips down to the floor. Bring your hands onto the knees. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. Expand the crown of your head towards the sky. Open your chest. With your exhale, roll down with your upper body, each vertebra at a time. Take your time coming down. Bring the head down, bring the shoulders down. Grab your knees, hug both of your knees into your chest. Give it a gentle rock, right to left. Bring your knees together. Open up your arms into a T-shaped position. Palms are facing up towards the sky. Actually, they're face down. Take one more inhale in this position. With your exhale, lower the knees over to the right. Relax your shoulders. Relax your abdominals. Allow your heart rate to slow down. 2 more cycles of breath. Keep your gaze up towards the sky. With your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. And with your exhale, lower the knees over to the right. Relax your shoulders. Relax your abdominals. A last cycle of breath. With your next inhale, bring the knees back into your chest. Hug your knees into the chest one more time. Feel free to gently rock right to left, giving a nice little massage to your lower back. Start to extend your legs out long to Shavasana. Bring your feet wider than hip width apart. And allow your feet to gently drop down to either side. Bring your arms heavy either side of your body with the palms facing towards the sky. Bring your head in alignment with your spine. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. Notice if you're holding any tension in any areas of your body. If you do, release this tension with each exhale. Release and let go. Focus on your breath. And notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly with each cycle of breath. If a thought comes into your mind, let it go. And return to your breath. Nothing else matters. Just allow yourself to surrender into this pose. And allow your body to enjoy that moment of relaxation.
Feel free to stay longer in Shavasana. Otherwise, you can join me, bring some movement into your feet, into your hands, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. If you feel like a morning stretch, extend the arms out long over your head, give it a nice little stretch. Bend into the knees, connect the soles of your feet to the floor. Roll over to either the right or the left side, whichever feels more natural and comfortable to you today. Come to our fetal position. Take your time. Slowly make your way up to easy crossed leg. Keep your eyes closed and your gaze low. Bring your hands onto the knees, palms facing down. Allow your body a moment to recenter. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen your spine. Just notice how your body feels. Notice if there is a difference. Maybe you feel more space, more openness within your body. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head. And with your exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Drop your chin down to your chest, bow to your heart and your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Very much appreciate your time and your space. I'm sending you lots of love from Scotland. This was Yoga TX. My name is Nicole. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Let Your Shadow Shine. Otherwise, I hopefully see you next week, Wednesday, on the mat. Take care, enjoy your day. Bye bye.